What is up, guys? Cejaman back with another review. Today we're taking a look at the brand new NECA Toys Target exclusive Bebop and Rocksteady based off of the 1988 animated series. Now, it was kind of tricky for me to get this particular set. I got all of the sets, you know, the 2-pack with the foot soldiers and the other turtle sets. Now, this one here, if you guys want to follow the story on how I managed to cop this, check out my video prior to this upload on me trying to hunt for these particular figures. So we have the 2-pack here. Now this is very sought after. Now people are asking over $100 on these. Don't pay it. Just go to Target. They have them. Their stores online say they're not in stock. They have them in the back. You just got to ask the people to grab them. Otherwise, those scalpers are going to get these. All right, so packaging on this, you have the big open window, Bebop and Rocksteady. They look like they come with several accessories. You have this really cool artwork of Bebop and Rocksteady. Absolutely love that. On the side, you have Bebop, and on the other side, you have Rocksteady. On the top, you have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Nickelodeon. You come to the back, you have a really cool image of Bebop and Rocksteady, a little bit of a read-up. If you want to read there, feel free to pause. And the other sets from this particular series. Now, I never picked up the previous Target exclusive 2-pack, so I'm kind of bummed out because I need Shredder and Krang. I still need those two guys there. There's the bottom of the packaging. Let's open this up and take a close look at Bebop and Rocksteady and see if it's a pickup or a pass. Alright guys, so one of the backdrops that you get, or the insert that you get in this set, is the sewers. Now this is pretty cool because this looks like it's a straight image from the animated series. You have a little hole in this area, and then you have a ladder leading down to the sewers. So really cool for pictures. Alright, let's go ahead and get into some of the accessories that Bebop and Rocksteady do come with. So they do have interchangeable hands. So I'll show you some of Bebop's and Rocksteady's hands here. So you got these ones here, and you can see they do have 4 fingers. Sculpting on it looks really well. So this is Rocksteady. I'm probably gonna get their names confused in these in this review. Some of Bebop's hands here. Here's another pair right there. And you also get a really cool little communicator as seen in the animated series. And what's awesome is you have Shredder right there. Look how cool that is. I think the previous 2-packs had one of these with Krang on them. You guys can let me know in the comments below because, like I said, I didn't pick up any of the previous sets, but there is Shredder. And then we do get weapons. Now, both of Bebop and Rocksteady come with the exact same type of guns. So I'll show you that. They look really cool. Paint-ups on these are very clean. So you get this type of weapon, and then you have this huge one here as well. And then love the coloring on this. Love the sculpting on this as well. Now, you get 2 of them. So, like I said, they both come with the exact same weapons. Now, let's go ahead and bring out Bebop and Rocksteady.
You idiots!
Okay, guys, so the first one we're going to be taking a look at is Rocksteady. You know, I always wondered which one is my favorite, Bebop or Rocksteady. I love the both of them, but I always loved the look of Rocksteady. Something about him that I just always remembered loving as a kid. And seeing this guy, you know, in hand is just bringing so many memories back. The sculpting on him is fantastic. NECA knocked it out of the park. Look at the paint apps. I love the black shading that they use. Like you can see some of the black lining that they use even throughout the muscles. But the head sculpt looks fantastic. It even has articulation in the mouth. I honestly was not expecting that. So you can see inside of his mouth, you can see all the teeth. You got the big yellow eyes, and you got the horns right here. You got 2 horns, which are actually a little sharp of his ears on the top here. He does have a knife right in the back, or machete. Now you can't remove this, but I would say just be careful with it because it looks like it'd be fragile. It'd probably rip off if you're not handling this well. Yeah, the knife doesn't come out of the sheath. He also has some straps going over the shoulder, and you can see there is some bullets that are on there. He's got a grenade right over here on this side. Again, just be careful with this because these look like they're very fragile, so they might rip off. His shirt is, his little tank top is kind of like lifted up so you can see his little belly. And then you got the neck area here. He has a bracelet around the right wrist. Same thing with the left side. You have his belt, which looks awesome. And I always loved how they had the little turtle shells. Like Bebop has them on his shoulders. Rocksteady has one right over here on the right side of his belt. And it just broke off. Look at that. I barely even moved it and it popped off. That's going to have to be super glued on. See what I mean? Like some of this stuff is very, very fragile. So it's not a big deal though. You can actually it'll pop back in, but I'm gonna have to glue that sucker right on. He's got some grenades right here on the back. And then you have the brown pants, so you can see the pockets. And then he's got some cargo pants right in the front, and he's got his brown boots. And then you have the boots here. And then there's the bottom, there is peg holes. So Rocksteady looks great. Again, unfortunately, the little turtle thing broke off. Now, as far as the articulation goes, he's got rotation in the upper head. Not a whole lot of range of motion. It kind of goes up and down too, not that much. He's got rotation, or I'm sorry, opening in the mouth. The arms do go in and out. Look at that gut. Forward and back. He's got a bend at the bicep, or at the elbow. It's double jointed. Does he have upper arm rotation? Yep, he does. The hand can rotate. He also has a little hinge there. Same thing with the other arm. The legs do go in and out. I am not going to force this because it feels like it's going to break. The legs go forward and back. He's got double jointed knees. The upper leg can kind of rotate. He's got lower leg rotation. The foot looks like it has that ankle pivot. Yeah, it kind of has an ankle pivot. It doesn't really go up and down though, but he's got some pretty good range of motion. Don't want to mess with him, his articulation a whole lot. Like I said, these figures seem very fragile, so that kind of upset me that this popped off here. I'm going to have to, you know, obviously super glue it on. Not a really big deal, but just be careful with that, guys. Let's go ahead and bring out Bebop. All right, so Bebop is probably, as far as the figures go, is my favorite looking one. I think this guy just looks, they just knocked this guy right out of the park. The head sculpt looks great. Look at that. He's got the nose ring. He's got the two teeth, two big lower part of the teeth. You got the glasses that he does wear in the animated series. Now, the cool thing about this is you can actually lift the glasses up and it reveals just all these black eyes. He's got the purple mohawk, and then he's got his little, you know, the little tail part end there as well. And then you got little earrings in the little parts of his ears. Oh, it looks like it's only on one side. It's just the right ear. But the head sculpt does look fantastic. He does have articulation in the mouth, so you can open the mouth as well, similar to Rocksteady. You can see some extra teeth in there. He has a bone chain. It almost kind of reminds you of like the Predator, like the NECA's Predator figures. I wonder if it's reused. Do you guys recognize this, or is this original? But it is a separate piece. He does have these shell armor pads here for the shoulders, which looks fantastic. Not even going to mess with those because of Rocksteady. And he does have some like studded bracelets around. And oh, this one over here is chain. This one is a separate piece. That's pretty cool. So this is a separate piece here. He's got a chain belt as well. He's got the buckle opening, or the button opening to his pants. He's got a little strap here that has some more bullets. Looks like this is a separate piece. He's got some grenades attached to the straps of the shell shoulder pads. And you can see the definition in his body. He's in a lot better shape than Rocksteady is. And then you have the black pants, a little strap around the left thigh. Here's another piece of the belt right over here. Chain belt, it's plastic. You have some pockets, and he's wearing his red shoes. Kind of look like, I don't know what these look like. Converse maybe? And then at the bottom, you have the peg holes. Now, this guy is probably my favorite one. The vest is a separate piece, so you can see, you can kind of open it up there. But I kind of want to be really careful with the articulation on these guys, because I don't want any other pieces of them breaking off. But looks like Rocksteady has similar articulation to Bebop, or Bebop has similar articulation to Rocksteady. I told you I was going to get the names confused. The legs do go in and out, forward and back, double jointed at the knees. And does he have the ankle pivot as well? Let's see. He's got rotation. No, he does. This one doesn't have the ankle pivot. Doesn't have the articulation in the foot as well as Rocksteady does. But there is Bebop, and I just think this guy looks amazing. Okay, so as I was interchanging the parts for the hands, the chain for Bebop does come off once you pop off the hand, but it has this like little tab where this little hook, I guess you can say, sculpted in the actual arm or the wrist, where you can wrap the chain around. So that's just something you guys should really know, is that this piece is going to come off when you interchange the hands. All right, guys, so here we have Bebop and Rocksteady holding on to their weapons. Now, I'm trying to maneuver Rocksteady's hands and arms so he can hold on to both weapons or the rifle with both arms. Pretty sure you can do it. I'm going to mess with that articulation a little bit more. Bebop does hold on to the smaller weapon and the communicator as well. That's probably how I'm going to have Bebop displayed, and I'll probably have Rocksteady displayed just like this. Now, let's go ahead and do some comparisons. All right, guys, so here we have a little bit of comparison with the original Playmates late 80s Bebop and Rocksteady. And you can see, obviously, the major difference. I still absolutely love these because these are the figures I grew up with. But you can totally see how far the action figures have come, you know, in the, over 20 years, I want to say. But we have a little bit of a close-up here of Bebop and Rocksteady, so you can kind of see, you know, the differences. I mean, the original one had camo pants. Looks like he had a little hat on as well. And then Bebop and the NECA and the original Playmates are kind of close. They're kind of similar to one another. And then here is the back look for each of them. Rocksteady, or Bebop, has a tail. Rocksteady does not. And then the original Bebop also has a design in the back of his vest. The NECA one doesn't. The original Rocksteady does have the belt with the shells on him. Mine does too. I glued it back on, guys, just in case you guys were wondering. But there's a little bit of a comparison with the backs. And there you go, guys. There is my review. Today we're taking a look at the brand new NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles based off of the '88 animated series, Target exclusive 2-pack Bebop and Rocksteady. This is a definite pickup, especially if you're a NECA collector, especially if you're original TMNT fan. You're definitely going to want to, you know, grab these before the scalpers do. They do come with a good amount of accessories. The only thing I ask of you guys is to be careful with how you handle these figures, because they do look and feel very fragile, especially for Rocksteady's little turtle shell that he has on the right, which I managed to glue back on. I barely lifted it and it fell right off. So if you like try to open the legs up, depending on how well yours is glued, it might pop off. So just be careful with that. But overall, love the sculpting, love the paint apps, love the overall look that NECA did. They did an amazing job. I am hoping we get some more figures from this line. Now, these are my first animated figures that I have from NECA, because the only NECA TMNT figures I own are the actual live-action movie figures, the 7-inch ones and the quarter-scale ones. I never picked up, like I said before, the original 2-packs that came out at Target for the animated, you know, the Krang, the other Foot Soldier, and the Shredder. I do want to pick up the Krang and Shredder, so if anybody wants to trade, let me know down below. But you guys, let me know, guys, is this a pickup? Is it a pass? And if you own them, what do you guys think about the sets overall? Let me know, guys. We'll see you soon for more reviews. Later.
Awesome. Let's see.